everyone, welcome to my channel, Nails in Orbit. My name is Gabby, and today we are doing a Valentine's BOBS burger set. This was suggested by one of my subscribers. She actually DM'd me on Instagram, and if you guys ever want any character, you just comment down below or DM me on Instagram and I will put it on my list. So she specifically wanted me to recreate this set by nail artist Alicia. She's on Instagram, and I loved it, so of course we're gonna do it today. And I'm not a big fan of bling because I'm just not good at it. So we are gonna do something else. We're gonna do some encapsulated, rich, nice red and gold nails. So we're gonna do one of those because it's really repetitive. So just watch one and then we will get started on Bob and Linda. So let's get started. All right, so instead of doing the bling that was on the example picture, we're gonna go ahead and do some encapsulated nails, my favorite. So where I went with a very traditional, like deep, rich red and gold design for the background, I guess. And I just mixed this myself with some clear acrylic and the young nails, like the red jelly color, and then the Amazon glitters that I literally use for everything. But so we're just doing that. We're lining the whole background in that, and then we're gonna throw some gold hearts in there. But I feel like I just love that traditional like red rose type of Valentine's for this design. And here I am using these gold hearts. I'm pretty sure I got these from Shein. Like I got like one big haul one time and just got a whole bunch of stuff, and it was near Valentine's Day, so this was last year. So I'm pretty sure they're from Shein. And I'm just placing the hearts. And then I use, okay, so here I didn't have red hearts. So if you have red hearts, I would use red hearts for this. But I had these little dots and they kind of give like the same effect that I really wanted to get. So that's what we're doing. I'm only going to show you guys one nail today because they are all the same. So we're just going to finish this one out, top coat it, or cap it with clear. And then we're all done. And also, and a tip for filing the clear. So I've been struggling getting my clears like really clear, but I've noticed that if I just take like, instead of using like a sanding band, because I use a sanding band to kind of like smooth out like the cuticle and stuff like that. But instead of using that for the whole nail to smooth out, I get a metal or like a metal or ceramic bit and just go over the whole thing, and it gets all those scratches from the sanding band out and makes it like super nice and crispy clear, which you guys will see in this upcoming clip really quick. See, the ones in the background, they're glistening. And then for the ones I'm doing the art on, I just painted matte on them. I think it's way easier to draw on matte, and it's way easier for you guys to see because there's no glare in the video. So now I'm just starting out Bob the same way I always do, just placing the color. The shirt took me a long time. I started from the bottom because I really wanted to make sure that the shirt wasn't going to be too long. So I just started from the bottom. I took my time and really tried to guesstimate how long his neck is, how long his head is, and how much space he has for his hair, because I wanted him to be as big as possible, so that, because if he was too short, it would have made Linda's head like really close to the bottom of the left nail, which I was really trying to avoid. So I took my time on this shirt and really placed it as good as I could and tried to like visualize how much room I needed for the neck, and then how much room I needed for the head, and then how much room I needed for the hair. His neck is so long. It's so fun doing different like cartoon styles because his neck is incredibly long, and you just have to trust that's how long it is, and accept that when you're drawing it, even though it looks a little funny. But because it looks extra long because we don't have Linda's hand blocking some of his neck or her glasses. We don't have like any of his mouth on or anything, or any of the shadows or the chin lines and stuff. So it just looks extra long, but it's not. It's the right proportion. So just trust yourself and keep going. So here I felt it was needed to start some of the line work. I wanted to get his mouth placed before I did his beard and his eyes. Like, even though you can see where the mouth would start, I still wanted to do the line work first before I did the rest of filling in the colors. And it looks so nice. I really liked it. It was really fun. This is a fun suggestion. For the eyes here, I used my daughter tool and I just placed 2 circles. But as you look at his eyes, they're not perfect circles and they're not the same size. So I just went in with the smaller daughter tool and kind of just messed with it until I felt like it was like a good size. It looked like his eyes because they were not perfect. So we had to make them not perfect. And now I'm going in with my brush. And make sure you take care of these brushes. Make sure you actually follow the directions on the brush care, because I use acetone sometimes because it cleans up the paint on the brush faster, but you're not supposed to. You're supposed to use alcohol, and mine is fraying just a tiny bit because I use acetone. That's on me. So make sure you use alcohol like she says in her care kit instead of acetone, all right? Because now I have to buy another one. All right, so this is where I got a little tricky. Doing connecting nails, I don't do these a lot, but they are challenging, especially on a fake hand. I just have to pull the little nail down, but whatever. So now I'm just placing Linda's arm and just keeping the other nail in mind, because again, you want to make sure like the proportions are good, it looks nice. So I keep going back and forth to make sure. And I already bent this finger a lot. I was trying not to break my practice hand, but yeah, just keep going back and forth. Take your time to get that placement right, because it's very important, obviously. All right, now we're doing her head. Yeah, you just have to, I look at the shape of the head is almost like, what would you call this? I feel like it's like an organic diamond type of look. I'm sure there's like a shape for it or a name for this. I don't know. But anyway, we're just doing that. I actually pulled her head like a little bit away from Bob because I didn't want her to be so on the edge of the nail. So I just tried my best to get her more like, so you can, if you're looking at the nails facing forward, you can still like fully see her. She's not like on the curved side of the nail. So that was my goal. And she, like, you see her hair is like touching Bob, like his whole neck. I kind of pull her away and you'll see that further on, but I think it gave her like a better composition and you still kind of get the gist of it all. So we're just filling in her head, taking our time. I'm just paying attention to like the top point of her head goes to his mouth, basically, like his little mouth lip situation where his mustache is. And that's kind of what I'm paying attention, or like that's why I placed it at that height, things like that. Just look at stuff like that. Also, when placing Linda, I wanted to make sure that this hair curl at the end had enough space because I wanted the whole curl on the nail. So keep those things in mind when you're putting like the width or how far to the left I was going to put Linda or how far to the right. Those are things that you want to keep in mind, the whole character. when I was doing the mouth, she looked so creepy at this point, but it's okay. I made the mouth a little bit too light, so I went in and just gave it a darker color, and I just placed her whole facial features first, and then her eyeball. I ended up placing the eyeball weird, so you guys will see me erase it. But again, they're not perfect circles, so we just go in and we change that. So I'm doing all the line work before I do the glasses, because of course the glasses are over the eyes. So you want to make sure you get all that stuff done first. So in case you need to go over an eyelash or something like that, it makes sense because the glasses are over it. And now we're just lining everything, really making these characters come to life. I don't know if you can tell, but I smudged his face at some point, so I'm just here cleaning it up. That's a hard part too, with like when you're doing two nails at once. I usually don't do combined nails, they're kind of challenging. But yeah, I smudged him, I guess, at one point. I didn't put the finger far enough back, so I think I was like tapping it with my finger, and some of the black just got smudged. So just watch out for that. Try not to touch the other nail because it doesn't have the top coat on it. It's probably fine, but it gets like sticky or anything. You don't want to get like fluff on it and stuff, which I also did. And now we're coming in with the glasses. Super cute. They really make Linda look like Linda. And this is what I mean by, you see how she's supposed to be all the way onto his neck, basically. I just wanted more of her face to be on the other nail, so I didn't make her head go all the way that way. But yeah, so that just worked out best for me, in my opinion. And I think it still looks like good, like she's laying on his shoulder, because she still has the shoulder on her side as well. But yeah, so I just had to make an executive decision there. I felt it still looked good, but yeah, just had to veer away from the artwork just a tad. And now I'm just putting a second coat of white on the white shirt. It was not opaque enough. The background's pretty dark, so I'm sure that's why. But yeah, I just threw a little bit of white on a spot that I felt was a little bit too transparent. And now for the shadow. So I'm using Nails by Dev shading gel. I would just brush it out a little bit like on your palette because I went in a little bit strong with it and I felt like they were a little bit too dark of a shadow. So you'll see me come in again over top of them, which I'm not putting any more product on my brush. I'm just like basically wiping some of it away because it was a little bit too dark. I think I just put too much on my palette. See, I just wiped it away and it looks a lot more subtle that way. And here, see, it's kind of dark, but I'm still perfecting my shading gel use. I haven't really used it that much, but I love it when I put it on there. So see, it's a little bit dark there again. See, I just keep wiping it away, cleaning my brush, wiping it away. See? And then you can get it at the level that you want to have it, and then it'll be perfect. So we'll finish putting on all these shadows, and then we'll put the top coat on. Here I'm just showing off all these lovely textures and then throwing the top coat on. I decided to go with jelly. I mean, shiny, because I usually like shiny, but also because there's glitter in the background. But I need to do more with matte, like more artwork with matte. I will try some soon because I know artwork looks really good with matte. I'm just a shiny queen. I just love my shiny nails because I usually have encapsulated nails in the background. So I love it. And here's the reveal. Oh my gosh, trying to place this hand so that it like looked correct was kind of a mission, but here it is. I absolutely love the encapsulation. I love Bob and Linda. I think they look great. Let me know what you guys think. If you like this video and if you have any suggestions, let me know. But if you like this video, go ahead and subscribe, like, and I will see you in the next one.